Hi and welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Simon and today I'm back with a bit of a hodgepodge of a video. It is going to be a come shopping with me and mum in the East End of London for, well, this week it is Indie Bookshop week here in the UK, and I have a lovely book token that I'm going to be using later this week. But last week, Mum and I were in London for the Women's Prize, and on the Thursday, we headed to 3 bookshops, one of which I had been to before, but the other 2 were new to me. The other 2, I can never do numbers with my fingers, what's wrong with me? Anyway, the other 2 were new to me, and I will share the haul with you afterwards. And after that, as an extra treat, I have been to another bookshop since, so I will share that with you. But before any of that, I will just do a little bit of admin, as I don't quite know how my filming is going to go over the next few weeks for various reasons. One, I am literally on the go this week. I am home now for, well, less than 24 hours. I'm back again about 1 o'clock on Wednesday morning, and then leaving again later that morning to go to Oxford, and then back very briefly on Friday night, and then off to Halifax. So it's a week. Also, I have been asked to judge another prize, so I've got to do quite a bit of reading in quite a short space of time. So that will add to the mix. So I'm bonkers here, there and everywhere, plus reading for secrets. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I can pop a few videos out over the next few weeks. If not, and I suddenly vanish for a little bit, don't worry, and you can always follow me up on my adventures on Instagram, or indeed on Patreon, where I will be posting vlogs over the next few weeks while I can't hear. My plan is vlogs will be back from July for the final half of the year on this channel too. I've got plans to get much more into a schedule. It's just this is peak work on all fronts and all the different jobs that I do, time, and yeah, so there we are. That's that. But actually, no, it's not all that. Just a few things. On Thursday, if you're in Oxford, I'll be talking to Will Tosh about his book Straight Acting, The Many Queer Lives of William Shakespeare. So that's really, really good fun. And if you happen to be in Cambridge at the beginning of July, Mum and I are in conversation with Mary Beard about Emperor of Rome. I will link both those down below. It'd be lovely to see you at those events. Right, now let's head back to last week, where you joined me at the apartment we were staying in the day of the Women's Prize before we went book shopping. And I'll see you again at the end. This could get confusing, but I hope it'll be fun. Hey everyone, it is now Thursday. Today, before the Women's Prize finale, Mum and I are going book shopping to 3 bookshops in the East End, one of which I've been to, but only once and very briefly. The other 2 I haven't been to at all. Mere numbers can't do them. And so I thought I would take you along to see the bookshops, see what we maybe purchase, and just have a lovely time. My arm's about to go dead, so I'm going to go. But I will see you all just before breakfast, which is going to be in quite the place because it's up there. She's doing very well. We're very high up. And she's doing very well.
Waiting for thee when we get there with your tummy. Oh.
Right, go on, out she gets. Get out, Louise, quick, just go. You're right, Louise.
I'm absolutely
You having a nice time?
You're not supposed to ask that question.
How high up are we?
Incredibly high up.
40 stories.
40 stories high, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Look at that.
Seeing inside that crescent thing there, it's like an amphitheatre.
Oh, she's made it classic. Oh, my ears are popped.
Yeah, mine are popping. Oh, it's just beautiful.
That is incredible.
Yeah. I'm just going to let you ride them down the
I don't think so, Louise.
I'm actually really enjoying it. That moment of stepping out was a bit...
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Wow, then you're just suddenly down.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Oh, nice boots.
Well, it's not Titian's, I didn't need that one. We're off to bookshop 1.
We are.
What is it?
Libraria.
Libraria.
I don't know why I'm struggling to say that word. And I'm really excited, and it's absolutely lovely. Where are we, Simon?
This is the...
Shoreditch, no. Where are
no, this is like Liverpool streety, sort of verging into Shoreditch. London's East End. we've been to Bookshop 1.
We have, it was gorgeous.
It was. They do it really differently as well, because they've got fiction, but also they do it by like bad feminist or identity or all sorts. Sorry.
I just saw loads of things that I've not come across before.
How many did you buy?
None, because I was a bit overwhelmed. Not in a bad way, and I don't want to be carrying too many books home. And yeah, if I'd have bought one, I probably would have ended up buying about 8.
Oh dear.
It was one of those situations.
Which is quite dangerous, because we've said that we might come and stay in this part of town before Christmas.
Christmas shop here.
Right, we're on our way to bookshop number 2.
We are.
What bookshop is that?
It is the Brick Lane bookshop, I believe.
And you've got a book in mind that you want to buy there that you did see in Library but you didn't buy.
Yeah, I want to buy Monica Raleigh's Brick Lane, because to my shame I've never read it, and I'm reading Love Marriage at the moment. I absolutely love it. Really enjoying it.
But also you want to buy it in Brick Lane bookshop.
I do, it seems right. And we'll probably turn up and I haven't got it.
So I have to go back to Library, where at last minute I saw a book that I meant to buy, but because it wasn't in the alphabetical fiction section, I suddenly saw it at the corner of my own bad feminism, or bad feminist. Anyway, that's an update. Bye. Mum's actually just been ignoring me in favour of her book, which is quite rude.
Can't lie. You were being a bit boring though.
Goodbye, Louise. Hey up, so I am back from London, got back early this afternoon. It was a nightmare trip, mainly because of Taylor Swift. All the direct trains were fully booked, so I got one that has to detour via Birmingham, and oh my lord, it took ages. And then when I switched, I had to stand for 45 minutes, because guess what? Everyone was coming to Liverpool to see Taylor Swift. Anyway, I also am aware that after, I think it was the Brick Lane bookshop, you didn't see any footage of Mum and I chatting about what we thought of the bookshops. That's partly because we weren't very sure about Brick Lane bookshop. The staff were a little bit off. Like one was shelving and tutted that I was in the way, which I've just never had before. Anyway, maybe it was a bad day. Everybody gets one of those. And then I have to say, I thought the common press was absolutely incredible, and that's why I did some serious damage. So I have some books here in my women's prize book bag. That would make sense, wouldn't it? And I thought I would tell you about what books I bought where. First up, we went to Library, which was absolutely stunning, but I always feel sorry for a first bookshop that you go to on a bookshop crawl day, because you sort of hold out a little bit for the next shop, and I know Mum did because she didn't buy anything in there. I should have got some footage of what Mum did actually buy, and I didn't. What happens when we get together is we start off with the best intentions, we're filming away, and then we just get giddy and chatty, and then that's it. So that was what happened, plus we had to get ready to go out later. In Library though, I bought But the Girl by Jessica Zhang Mei Yu. Now I feel like I'd seen that cover up before, but I didn't really know anything about the book, and it was the blurb that really got me. And I'd spotted it on the shelves labelled identities, because what Library do is they do have like a fiction section and a non-fiction section, and then tables with new hardbacks and paperbacks, but also they have shelves and shelves in different like categories. And this was an identity, and on the back it said, "Girl was born on the very day her family emigrated from Malaysia to Australia in search for a better life. Turns out it's hard to be the embodiment of all your family's hopes and dreams, especially in a country that is hostile to your very existence. When Girl receives a scholarship to travel to the UK, she's suddenly free. Armed with her PhD on Sylvia Plath and a draft of her post-colonial novel, she sets out to become the writer she dreams of. Girl is equal parts knowing and naive, making the world both a hilarious and troubling place for her. Plus, she can't stop thinking about her family. Did Sylvia Plath Did Sylvia Plath have this problem. What even is a post-colonial novel, and what if the story of becoming yourself is not about carving out a new identity, but learning to understand the people who made you who you are? I think that sounds like it's going to be great. It's quite short. I love the fact it's got a bit of Australia about it. Also, I got my book, not only did I get a bookmark, but I also got my book stamped in library. I think that's a really, really lovely thing that they do. And I did actually see a book that I was really, really looking for right at the corner of my eye just as I was paying, but I thought, no, I'm hoping it's going to be at another bookshop. It wasn't at the next one, but thankfully it was at the third one. Anyway, really, really excited for this. Like I was saying, really keen to read it, partly because of the Australian, but also because of the Malaysia one. My brother's fiance is from Malaysia, and I want to learn a lot more about that country and its history and its culture before hopefully we go there for the wedding in 2026. Then at Brick Lane Bookshop, I was struggling to find anything from the shelves, and then remembered that there was a poetry collection that I really wanted to get for Pride Month, and I found it. It's Them by Harry Josephine Giles, and this is like, it just looks incredible. I love it when poets do really bonkers things with the page, and this seems to be the case. This is all about what it's like to be trans now, and that was all I needed. I was keen before anyway, and then when I saw all of the playing with like text and everything, I just got really, really excited. So I'll be reading this one very, very soon. I also picked up a book that I have not seen often but been meaning to get for quite a while, and that is My Dead Book, a novel by Nate Lippin. This is from a small independent publisher called Pilot Press, and I've been watching what they've been putting out. Sort of, you know, and you've got like a publisher that's on your periphery and you're kind of keen to investigate, but you're wondering whether it's going to be too big brain energy for you. But this is a queer novel that, well, that's all I know. I was going to try and have more, but I can't. But I've seen really great things about it, and so I picked it up, and also got a lovely bookmark in the Brick Lane Bookshop. But I will say, like I said, I wasn't like that impressed with the customer service in there. I did want to have all of their tote bags in every single colour though. So, you know, there we are. Then we went to the Common Press, and I just loved that bookshop. I will definitely be heading back to it. It's also got a cafe in it. The staff were really, really friendly. Like, you could ask them questions, but also they just left you to it, which I really, really loved. There's a very fine balance, I think, between either being so keen that they're in your face, like when you go to any store of Lush, or almost like an indifference and like you're sort of in the way. A bit like, I'm kicking that bookshop a little bit too much. I guess I was just really disappointed because I'd heard it was amazing. It won loads of prizes. Back to the Common Press. Yeah, the staff were really, really welcoming and lovely. I bought 3. For some reason I thought I bought 4, but the first of those was the book that I'd seen in Libraria and had spotted at the corner of my eye but didn't get to, and that's Supplication by Noor Abbey Nakul. All I know about this is it's kind of horror-y, and that really, really intrigues me. I've not really read much horror, and the cover is giving sort of the original, what was that movie? The one that then they remade with Naomi Watts. It wasn't called The Hole, was it? No, it was something else. Anyway, it's giving me that sort of original wave of horror from Asia coming to the UK back in the sort of 90s vibes from that cover. That's quite specific, I won't lie. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited for this one. I want to read it soon. It's from Influx Press, another indie publisher that I would like to get to more. I definitely want to be heading to more indie publishers as the year goes on. Now, I think I saw this over on, I'm going to get this wrong, it was either Ben Reads Good or I feel like he bought it on a shopping trip around Bristol. But anyway, I've seen this somewhere and wanted to get to it. Again, it's from a small press. This is Lurid Editions, and all their books come in this amazing, I wouldn't call it lurid in a bad way, I'd call it lurid in a fabulous way, pink. And this is The Milkman's on His Way. And this is a reissue of a book that came out in the 1980s. Actually in 1982, the year I was born. And it was one of the first explicitly queer young adult novels to appear in the UK. And that really intrigues me. So yeah, I'm going to get to it at some point. Probably not during Pride Month, as I have been asked to judge a book prize, and that is going to take over my reading for the next month, I would say. Last but not least, the book that I bought from the Common Press is another indie publisher, and it's Verve Books, and this is Deliver Me by Ellie Nash, and that cover, I just think is brilliant. It's so uncomfortable, yet so good. Again, this is a book I've heard about on a few different channels recently and got really, really excited for. It sounds bonkers and quirky. It's about a young woman who has got quite a mundane and not particularly nice job, and one day a woman called Sloane appears and changes everything. So very, very, very excited for this. It's giving me slight Eileen vibes, sort of. Very, very, very excited for this one. So there we go. Those are all the books I bought. It is going to be Independent Bookshop week next week. So I'm hopefully going to be heading to another, probably like West Kirby Bookshops off because it's just down the road. That's my haul, and I don't know what else I'm putting in this video, so I'll stop it here for now, and I'm sure I'll add something else at some other point. We'll see. So, as I mentioned in that clip, I was planning on going to West Kirby Bookshop, and I did on Saturday, and I picked up 3 books because they were doing a 3 for 2, so how could I not? Now, I had in my head the plan that I'm going to give up buying hardbacks because I buy them in excitement and then invariably I don't read them until the paperback is out anyway. I have a really long list of books where I've done that, and also actually recently I've spotted there are quite a lot of paperbacks that are so beautiful in paperback. I think they're possibly nicer than the hardback, so kind of I wish I had those. Anyway, I went against that because I got 2 hardbacks and 1 large paperback. So the first book that I got was Cecilia, I can never, this is a word I really struggle with, Cecilia. Anyway, this is Cecilia by K. Ming Chang, who is an author, and here again I've been naughty because I have both of their previous books. Haven't read them yet, but feel like they're going to be a favourite author. And what caught my eye with this one is super short, but it says an erotic surreal novella about the ecstasies of intense friendship and obsessive love, and it's queer. So I'd spotted this actually in the Common Press and been really, really intrigued then, but saved it for the 3 for 2 at West Kirby Bookshop. The other one I got, and I love this because it's got ducks on the cover, and I used to have a pet duck called Rapunzel when I was a kid, so ducks mean a lot to me. This is Mouthing. Is it Mouthing just once, or Mouthing? On the side it just says Mouthing, but I quite like Mouthing. Orla McKay has written this. So this is all about lots of different people in one particular town who have all done some quite extraordinary yet... Well, no, I think it's going to be one of those books where the ordinary is celebrated as extraordinary, but also they have done some quite extraordinary things. It just sounds a bit of a small town banger, and I'm here for that. And also, I have to say, thanks to Megan Nolan and Anne Enright, I'm really, really keen to get to a lot more Irish authors, because when Irish books work for me, they really work for me, but quite often, I'd say it happens with like 3 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10 Irish books, where I'm just like, these are incredible, and the other ones leave me a little bit numb, I guess I would say. So I'm hoping this one is, you know, one that does it for me. And then I spotted this book, The Serpent Dance by Sophia Slater, and the back just said, The Wicker Man meets Rebecca. And that's all I needed to know. I really want to read a little bit more horror. I also love a tale that's folklore. I also seem to love books with serpents on the cover. This is the Essex Serpent, and I'm now trying to think of a few others, and I can't, but never mind. In the heart of Cornwall, a murderous midsummer begins. And that's all I needed to know. Oh, I didn't know it was signed. It's signed inside. That's nice. So, yeah, that is the final book that I got from West Kirby Bookshop. It won't be the final book that I get on Independent Bookshop Week, because I'm off to Leicester later, and they have quite a quirky bookshop called Got Enough Books, which I want to head to. I think they do some quite unusual presses, or they do some quite, I think they have some lesser known presses there, so I'm excited for that. Then I'll be in London briefly tomorrow, so that might mean that I fall into an independent bookshop or 2 between work and then going to an event in the evening, where I'm hoping to meet the aforementioned Megan Nolan, which I'm very excited about, and also say hello to Ayabami Adebayo, who I missed at the Women's Prize and was gutted. I'll be in Oxford, and I'm at the event with the aforementioned Will Tosh at Daunts in Summertown, so that's an indie bookshop, so I may well fall foul of buying books there. Plus me and Mum will then be book shopping in Oxford on Friday, and I'll be in Halifax at the weekend to see Grace Jones, which is very exciting. And also while I'm there, I'm pretty sure I will head to the Book Corner, which is their fabulous independent bookshop. So plenty more to come. Maybe I will make a little vlog of that to share with you at another point. There we are. I hope you're all doing super, super well. Sorry this was a little bit of a hodgepodge, but I hope you enjoyed it. I don't quite know when I'll be back, but hopefully soon, if I can squeeze in a video here or there on the few hours that I'm at home this week. although things are getting a little bit clearer next week, and then actually post the first week of July, things are looking much better, and I'm having a break from events until mid-August, and actually taking a few days here and there and a week at some point off, because off to Rig, off to Dublin as well. So got some holidays, little mini breaks in July. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you as always for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what bookshops you're wanting to head to on Independent Bookshop Week, and what books you kind of got your sights on, or if you've been already, where did you go? What did you buy? And I will see you in another video very, very soon. Oh, my Instagram, where you can catch up with what I'm doing here, there and everywhere, and my X, where I'm not so good, and my Patreon, where I may be doing extra vlogs and other things that are all linked down below. So yeah, I will see you very soon. I hope you're reading something fab, and bye.